and I was like, oh, I got enough time.
Okay.
I turned, and as soon as I turned, just felt the boom.
When officers responded to a tragic traffic incident involving a pedestrian, they arrived to find a man who had been struck and critically injured. At first, the investigation was handled by state troopers, following standard procedure. But as the details began to surface, the case took a turn no one expected. The suspect behind the wheel was one of their own. The discovery sent shockwaves through the department, and what began as a routine investigation quickly escalated into something far more complex and unsettling.
Hey.
No.
How's it going? Do you want to talk over here real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm Steve. I'm with the traffic unit. So, just, I know this is probably uncomfortable, but we're just gonna, treat this like as if it was anything else, and we want to figure out what was going on. Just, just in order to rule anything out.
Yeah.
Like obviously, it's just as important to rule everything out as it is to confirm everything. So. I'm just getting here, so I know you already answered some questions from the other guys, but generally what happened? And
So I went and picked up a Domino's pizza.
Okay.
I was turning left from here. I live right over
Okay.
there on Wild Canyon Way.
Okay.
I saw what I thought was a car with one headlight out.
Okay.
Right just past where the reflective sign is, that white one.
Okay. Sure.
And so I was already slowing in the turn lane and saw him there, and I was like, oh, I got enough time.
Okay.
I turned, and as soon as I turned, just felt the boom.
Okay. Okay. So as you're turning, you thought he was further away.
No,
Is
he
that
was
right?
definitely past that reflective sign
Okay.
when
Okay.
I saw him.
Okay.
And then I think I just, like I say, I thought it was a car with a headlight out. Didn't
Okay.
realize it was a motorcycle. I didn't
Okay.
realize the rate of speed
Okay.
they were going at.
So did you think he was going pretty quick?
Yes.
Okay.
Because from that reflective sign, it's kind of, I live here, so
Sure.
that's always my general rule. If they're past that sign, then you got
Okay.
plenty of time if you're already
Okay.
slowing to turn in.
Gotcha.
And
So based on making this turn and numerous times
Yeah.
that you know how to judge that distance.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, good to go. Okay. All right. So you're probably aware we're just gonna run this like normal. So I'm just gonna run you through some voluntary field sobriety tests if you're willing to. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do any.
Okay. All right. What about the PBT? You willing to do a voluntary PBT?
I don't want to do any tests
Okay.
based on the
Okay. Okay. Understood.
circumstances. Yeah.
What about? Obviously, you just gave me a verbal statement. Are you willing to write down a statement on paper?
Yeah. you can do
Okay.
a statement.
All right. Let me go grab a statement
Okay.
form, and I'll let you fill that out. And then I know you want to get out of here, so
Okay.
we'll do that. That way, we just kind of lock everything in
Okay.
for today. So,
Sounds good.
all right. Yeah. Just give me a few minutes
Yeah,
here.
no worries.
Yep.
Sorry, I was in your drive.
No, it's fine. You're in your zone. All right, thank you for completing that for me. I'll just read through it real quick. So before I read it, I don't know that this was ever clarified. You're in the turn lane. You're turning. Was there any other traffic coming?
So there was a car behind him. I thought it was a car with a headlight out. It was coming this way. Like I say, it was right at that white sign. So it's kind of my gauge on when I turn. But I was slowing, and then saw there was a car there, turned, and then just literally out of nowhere just ran inside of me.
Okay, so there was a car in front.
No, behind him.
Behind him.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Do
I
you know
could
how
see,
far?
It was kind of hard to. I would probably say maybe 50 feet behind him, because I could see two headlights on that one on this one. They were at the white light, or the white sign, sorry. And then when I saw that, I was like, there's a row of cars coming. One's got a headlight out, so they probably can't see well, so maybe they're driving slow or whatever. But yeah, once I saw they were only at the white sign, I was like, I got time to turn.
Okay.
And as soon as I turned, it was
Okay.
boom right in the.
Okay. Okay.
Just as I almost completed my turn.
Okay. Okay. So you're almost finished with your turn.
Yeah. I was. Well, you kind of see where the point of impact was.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, it was definitely. And normally, I guess in the daylight it's easier to see if they're
Sure.
going faster. But I looked and saw one light, and I was like, "We're past the white sign. I'm good to turn." But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how fast they were going or what, but it definitely
Okay.
wasn't like I was trying to squeak in
Sure.
at all. Like
Okay.
there was plenty of room.
You thought you had plenty of time, not that
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you had to gun it or anything.
No,
to make
no,
it
not
through.
at all. I was slowing here, and then maybe like 20 miles an hour when I made the turn.
Okay, so you slowed down to 20 and then.
Oh yeah, because I go left here, so it's and you gotta stop the lights or at this time. I won't stop, but at least so rolling slow down. I mean, you're not gonna make that hard
Sure.
turn.
Oh yeah, of course.
But yeah, no, it definitely. They were past the white sign when I initiated my turn.
Okay, past the white sign.
Mm-hmm.
And when you say pass, you mean on that side of it or on this side of it?
At least at it. So
Okay.
yeah, I always use it as my like kind of turning point.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I would love to rule out impairment, but without the fields, it is hard to rule that out. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's voluntary. I won't ask you again, but
Yeah.
there may always be that question
Yeah,
down the road.
I just rather not.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand, but I know how it goes too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You know how it goes?
even if there's like a little, if I had something, I had a glass on earlier or something like that, I just don't want to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
no, I definitely don't feel impaired. I don't feel like there was impairment as an issue. I
Did you have a glass of wine earlier? Okay. You just mentioned like if. So
if I would have, yeah, or had, yeah, but just don't be an answer.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, let me just take a look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a rough day. You have to deal with this. I mean, obviously, you
Yeah.
have to deal with it at work and stuff too.
Yeah.
But yeah, to have to give a guy CPR on the roadside is so his bike kind of got pushed in front of your car, but was he still in the roadway? Is that kind of what happened?
Yeah, so he was right about where, almost where the cop was standing there. He was maybe just a little bit to the north of him.
Okay.
Mm.
To the north of him.
Just like literally like a body space. There's probably.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I got out immediately, and there was a few people that stopped. I think the car that was behind him had stopped, and yeah, I started CPR, and everybody was standing around and asked if I needed gloves or something. I was like, it's not really necessary right now. I'm just trying to.
Okay. And obviously you were the only one in the car.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have people at home, or you just?
Yeah.
Okay.
My husband's at home.
Okay.
I just went to go get the pizza.
Okay. I'm just gonna we're just kind of in a holding pattern right now. So, I'll talk to my partners over there, and we'll kind of figure out how we're gonna what's next. Yeah, just give me a couple minutes. So I was just studying her. She got a couple misspelled words on here.
Okay.
She wrote sigh, and she said 100 feet. Sorry, I'm going a little fast. She estimated the distance between the guy on the motorcycle and her to be 100 feet, which that's way more than 100. That's 500 feet. She said she was almost through her turn when clearly she was at the very beginning of her turn. Her eyes are a little bit glassy, a little bit.
What those
But-
lights mean?
But could be, but we got to err on the side of caution.
Okay.
I do not have a great sense of smell, but I think I smelled a little bit of odor of alcohol, enough for me to say. And then I told her, I'm like, hey, we just want to rule out impairment. And by you not doing it, I'm like, I'm not going to ask you again, but I'm like, we can't rule it out. And she's like, yeah, well, if I would have had a glass of wine earlier, I know how this goes. And I said, did you have a glass of wine earlier? And she said, I'm not going to answer that. So
Okay.
I think with everything,
Back and let them know it's
we
changed.
have to. I mean,
Okay.
I will write the search warrant. But yeah, I'm still
can wait
recording.
so much, yeah.
I'm still recording. I would have loved to have ruled it out. I will mute. Yes. All right. So, like I said, we were really trying to rule alcohol out. I'm not convinced that alcohol wasn't a factor. So right now you are under arrest. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and put your hand behind your back. So we will be doing a search warrant for blood. Okay. That way there will be no questions. What was that?
I was just asking.
Oh.
Okay.
I have a bag in the back. I can grab your things from it. I gotta go. Okay, let me just grab the bag in the back. Okay, do you have anything in your pockets or anything?
Yeah, nothing dangerous. So.
Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's the purse that I was.
Oh.
Didn't have a sweater on before. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
My husband. Yeah, it unbuckled like
Oh,
from the top.
from the top.
Yeah.
How
So
would
there's
this
a.
happen? I just don't.
See if I can
Sorry.
reach it here.
Well,
If you reach across this, there's a strap that goes underneath the sweatshirt.
that goes underneath the sweatshirt.
So yeah, I had it on before.
Oh, I got
on,
you.
so,
I got
yeah,
you. Okay.
it
Oh,
just-
right here. Perfect. Okay, that makes it easy.
Yeah,
Okay.
comes right off.
Okay.
Pull it out.
Okay. Your ID and stuff in here.
Yeah, and I think I gave my ID to
Oh, did you give it to one of the other
one
officers?
of the other officers in Washington.
I think somebody did say that they had your information before I got on scene.
I didn't get my insurance extension, but I need to.
Okay. Oh, did he not get that information?
No.
Okay.
Following a detailed investigation and confirmation of her involvement, the woman was taken into custody and charged with vehicular homicide. Don't forget to like and subscribe.